Hi, it's me, it's Silva. How's it going? I hope that your week was good and that autumn is coming for you if you're in the northern hemisphere, and if you're in the southern hemisphere, that you like summer, because I sure don't. Yeah. Really debating if I will post this the mug with the witch's brew. Is here. This is the pumpkin spice latte. I haven't made more spice mix, but when I do, I'll put it in the new jar thing that I got for that purpose, because the little other thing, as funny as it is, I want to do something else. I want to get a bit crafty with it too, because it just has like a plastic lid, as these things do, and I can get crafty with it. I crafts as it's apparent as something that I enjoy doing. DIY, fixing things. Yeah, that's something that I enjoy doing. So, yeah, I'll get crafty with the lid for that. The weather is good today. Yesterday it was very hot. Today it kind of dropped around 10 degrees, which is crazy. But it is what it is. Yeah, I posted a picture of and a short video of the miniature that I put together, and I will not be showing it right now on camera because none of that is glued, like aside from the table and one of the things on the dresser thing. Yeah, everything else is not glued. The book that I made, because I thought I'd lost the other one, might be, because there was a lot of glue when I put it there, so it might have glued itself to the shelf. But other than that, everything else is just freestanding. But I did make a witch for the house, and I can show the witch. I mean, it's supposed to be kinda dank looking, and I kinda didn't really have any model for it. I just wanted the witch to be kind of small, so that it could seem like she lived in the little office. And the reference that I used for that were the size of the books and the size of the hat. And the hat, as you can see, fits the head that I made. It's made of clay. And sticks inside the clay. And then I crocheted some clothes to hold everything together, and boom. Now we have a witch. Does she have a name? Patty. Patty the witch. The most unwitchy name. Just Patty. But she looks like that. The face looks kinda like that meme face, but yeah, whatever. Maybe this is what I needed to curb the anxiety and stress. Should be doing the breathing exercises, shouldn't we? Yeah. I kinda neglect that. I should have like a rota or something to keep myself in check. Because it's been rough. It's been rough. And now the professors have returned, and now they are demanding things. And I'm like, must be great. Must be great. So I made this. It's a, as you can see, a witch's hat that I'm using to jazz up the pumpkin. It lights up. Just for a bit of a difference. Come on, stay. Would fine just now. Stay, stay. Crochet wise, made this. Wait. Oh, sorry about the head. Ugh. It's a doll rug. Okay? It's a doll rug. From my dream doll house. I don't have many things for the dream doll house, but I got another cheap doll. This one. She's wearing the other dress. There's this one as well. It's so that you can see that it's not the same one. It's a different one. This one is bigger. Yeah, she just has the ability to sit down. This one doesn't. Yeah. It's like the mother, older sister, whatever the hell. I don't exactly know what kind of knockoff this one is supposed to be, but I'm sure that one is supposed to be a knockoff of Kelly, one of the sisters of Barbie, because of the size. It's very tiny. This one is bigger, so I don't know exactly who she's supposed to be a knockoff of. Maybe she's just a small doll. But I wanted small because if I manage to get my hands on materials to like DIY, I'm sorry, I'm scratching myself so much. It's the stress. I don't have fleas or anything. Lost track of what I was saying. I was also making more clothes for the bigger doll, like a witchy vibe outfit. Yeah. I can put on it, but it's fine. Yeah, if I manage to get some materials to make myself DIY dollhouse and make like furnitures and stuff with, let's say, cardboard, which is something you can get your hands on fairly easily. Yeah. I would just need the cardboard and some paints. The rest I could just recycle other things and make small things, because I've seen tutorials for that, and I'd be more than stoked doing that. Yeah, my main problem is a lack of space. I like miniatures. I don't know. Maybe it's the sense of control. Like, it's my little world and everything there happens the way I want it to happen. And nothing ever goes bad. Or nothing ever goes wrong. More like, that wasn't English. Nothing ever goes wrong. There's no drama. There's no yelling. There's nothing. There's just peace. That sounds so dramatic. Sorry. Thanks to the person who keeps sending me videos and songs. I've been liking them quite a bit. I haven't watched the film yet, but the music is quite nice. I like the latest one. It was really cool. And actually, it reminded me that I still haven't changed the strings of the guitar, because I got some cheap ones, and I need to. Yeah, they are here. I was just like wondering if I was able to do it. Yeah, they are strings, the cheapest kind of strings. No points if you guess where I got it. Doesn't start with a T, so that's a plus, I think. It had decent reviews. I just need to get rid of the old strings from the guitar and then get an app to check if they are in tune to the note that they're supposed to be. And then I'll try to learn how to play the guitar. Which might be an issue, because all the books that I've been finding, like even second one once, oh my god, did I say that? What did I say? Second hand ones. That's what I wanted to say. If I didn't say that, I'm sorry. They are all in English, which is fine. Obviously, I am fluent in English. I can write in English. to the point where sometimes people think that I'm like fully native, like English is my only language. When I post things like fan fiction. That's not the case. That's not a flex, I just studied the language. And what happens when you study the language for a long period of time? You become fluent in it. Like, unless you, for some reason, are terrible at learning new languages, then, yeah, well, I'm sure you're smart at other things, like maths. I'm terrible at those. And when I learned music, I did not learn the notes with the letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, I think it goes up to G. Yeah, it goes up to G. I was counting because that's the thing I wanted to get at. When I learned music, I learned it in the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si version. So, if the book has the letters, I won't know what's what. Because I think that G is the lowest note, but C is the highest note. Like, on a normal scale. For example, if you're doing it on the recorder, C is the beep before you go to the do. That's higher than that, and then the re, that's also higher than that. But those are variations of the 7 notes. The basic notes, I think. As you can tell, I'm not savvy. I had 2 years of musical education, and it was the bare minimum. Like, I know the that's not gonna cut it, is it? That's wrong. This thing. That's all I know. I know there's one that's like... No. Like so, and then it has like this. It's something like that. I just heard this one right here. I don't even know what the hell that means. I just used that as a reference to be able to read like scores for very basic songs like Mary Had a Little Lamb and Frère Jacques and basic songs like that. So really don't know much. I just know that you start drawing the... I don't even know what it's called in English. Cleft soul. Do, re, fa, sol. Yeah, I don't know. And I didn't look it up. I could have looked it up. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, fine. Since that's what I'm yapping on about today, and that's what's getting my head off the stress. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. This C D E F G A B, and but the A and B are La and C, which are the last two notes. So yeah, I would have to remember that those are the last two, and that D is Re. My god. Okay. Can I save this? Or is it... Oh, it's written. Okay. So I can save it, but it has to be like so. Yeah, sure, like so. Okay. And I think the thing I drew is called a treble cleft. Yeah, it's right here. The thing I was trying to draw is the bass clef. And there's another one that looks really funky. It's called the C clef. Okay. I'm sorry to anyone musical who might be looking at this and being like, oh my god, you don't know what that thing is called, a treble cleft, and you just called it something weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not how I remember. The La is not there. What kind of law is that? Yeah, that's Sol. Sol is there, and that's where you start drawing the thing. Sol would be, let's see, the G. And I cannot. Okay. While ABC is a fixed system for specific notes, Do Re Mi is a movable system where Do represents the first note to the current major scale, providing a way to teach relative. That's the AA bullshit. Okay. Yeah. Forget that. Let's see. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Yeah, the point is that I was looking for books, because I find that learning from books is better. And I said this in previous vlogs. Music in here is not very welcome most of the time, so I would have to go somewhere else, like the hayloft, for that reason, having a book would be ideal, since that way I would not need the computer or anything else. Just I would take my phone, of course, yeah. But other than that, I could learn from a book. And all the books that I found were in English. And I was like, kinda sucky. Because then I would have to remember that the letter corresponds to the do re mi that I know, but not too well. And then it would make a mess, probably. I don't know. I'll think about it if I find a decently priced second-hand guitar teaching book. I might get one. Otherwise, I'll have to write down things. Things, yeah, it could be better, but they also could be worse. That's the spirit, yay. Yay. Yeah, they're the things that are stressing me out. My professor's just coming out of the woodworks, up in arms, like, this is not right, blah blah blah. And I'm like, where have you been for the last forever? You know what I'm saying? And they keep talking about the state of the art, and how it's important to talk about the work that's been done and stuff. And I'm like, so you want me to do a summary of each of the books that I'll be using? Is that it? Because I still don't understand what the hell they want. Because the examples that I saw didn't have that. So I'm like, what the hell do you want from me, man? So it's just fucking, it's yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Unpleasant. I'd say I'd call it unpleasant. What happened this week? Aside from that bullshit, not much. Aside from, yeah, I assembled that. When did I do that? I think I did that last weekend. Yeah, I started it, and then I finished it on Sunday. Yeah, because I was working with super glue, which was mistake learned, more like lesson learned. Mistakes were made. And next time I'll just be patient and use wood glue and just wait until it dries, because super glue, like, it works fast, I'll give it that. And I could have used it, for example, to glue the little items to the furniture so that nothing fell. But because the super glue tubes are very small, they're probably the same everywhere, since, yeah, they're meant to be used in one go. I ran out of glue, and my hands were coated in glue. So some of the glue that I could have used on the thing just ended up on my hands. And I could have just used wood glue. And I couldn't even connect the light. Because I didn't have the batteries. And now there's just no way I will be lifting that, because everything will just fall off and I'll be annoyed. So it's just, yeah, it'll stay that way. It doesn't need to have light. I'll put a candle next to it. One of those tea lights. It'll be fine. Because it's probably easier to find batteries for the electric tea lights. This one doesn't work. No, it's gone. But it's probably easier to find battery for it. Okay, needs 3 batteries as well. Okay, man. Okay, G. Okay, man. Okay. I mean... there she comes. There it is. Okay. Just pull these out, because that way it won't damage the thing. It was already getting some kind of way. The hell is this? It's AG10. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. I'll just take it to the shop and they'll know what it is. And I'm sure it's not too expensive, like for a couple. I think, given the size, they probably come in packs. For those ones, I would probably have to take the whole thing, because I don't trust the instructions very much. Since, yeah, there were a few steps that weren't mentioned there at all, and I just knew I was able to like fix a major issue like right at the start, because I watched a video of someone assembling the same kit and was like, oh, I'm supposed to do this, like the sunken floor, to be able to prop the walls. That's not written anywhere. And I was like, yeah, not a fan. No, I just, yeah. The job hunt continues, but yeah, now it's gonna be harder, I suppose. And yeah, if I was able to get a stable job, I could probably well, not afford rent anywhere else. Like, that's just off the table. That's just not a thing. But I could find storage solutions for this small space, which would then allow me to focus on the hobbies that I have, such as the knitting and crocheting, and also I would have a bit more space to build my miniature house. And I've seen some videos that would just left me like, I wish, like people building houses with actual tiny bricks and stuff, and I was like, oh man, I wish. But then they just build the house and don't furnish it, and I'm like, I get that you're an architect, but put some things in there, maybe? No? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It is fine, because I understand that that's the purpose of making those houses. For the most part, like I suppose some people just enjoy making models of houses with like tiny bricks and stuff. I know I would enjoy doing that. Even from an architect point of view, I think that they can't really go off of how the miniature house holds up compared to a real life house, unless they just have a design in mind and they know, okay, this and this, these are the main walls, this supports the structure, and I'm gonna make a miniature of it. Yeah. Then maybe sometimes it just feels like, yeah, content, entertainment, and I am entertained by the content. So thanks to everyone who does that, even if they don't furnish the house, which always leaves me like, oh, just furnish it. Before you put the roof on, just furnish it. Because with those, they can't really, like, there's no way to open it, right? Like with wooden miniature houses, there's ways to open it, and with cardboard houses as well, obviously. But with those, they just, it's like a real house but small, so there's no way to open it, and it's like, it's just an empty house. It's empty. It's empty. It's empty. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, maybe I would have fun building one of those, but I'd probably make a small one and put a bit of furniture inside just to appease myself. And then close it. But the goal really is DIY with wood or cardboard. Probably cardboard, because it's cheaper and easier to come by. Yeah. Aside from that, I was thinking about the idea of reading stories, and my underwhelming reactions to them. I'm still thinking about it, don't worry, homie. I know nobody else is worried, but yeah. Bro. I want to go back to telling stories. And maybe since it's the spooky season, I'll try to find like witch stories. Maybe jazz up the vibe a little bit, because I read one these days that was in Japanese, and I thought it would be fun to read the story in Japanese as a learner who can only read Japanese if there's furigana. The furigana is like when you see the difficult letters, characters, there's small print over it. That's the reading in hiragana or katakana, which is the simple syllable chart thing, and it tells you how you should read that. That's the only way I can read Japanese. Yeah, my reading level is that of a first grader, and that's very, very, very generous. I can understand when it's spoken, like for the most part, at a B1 level. A solid B1 level, but reading is just unless it's furigana and it's fairly simple. No. That's why I got those stories, just to practice a bit. And there was one that was kind of scary, and yeah, maybe I'll read that one. I also found La Llorona in Japanese, which I thought would be fun. And I don't know. I'll see. Since I like stories. And yeah, it would be fun and funny, because I would be here like struggling to read. Yeah, that can be something that I do as a side thing. It was free to download, so I don't think there's any copyright issues with that, and I would give full credit to whoever put that out there, and I'll leave a link to it. Yeah, so it would be fine. It's not like that book that said copyright, blah blah blah. You can't copyright folklore. That's not something you can do. But these stories, if I remember correctly, it didn't really say that you couldn't do that. So yeah, and it would be a good practicing exercise, I think. So yeah, no story. If you listened until this point, Thank you very much. I appreciate the company. I haven't finished my pumpkin spice, my witch's brew. Now I have. And yeah, that's it. That's all. That's more than enough. Thank you for being here with me. And I'll try to be back. That's a threat. Bye.